Welcome back to my channel. Now watching Man United news. Man United injuries and team news. Hojlund's absence continues as Rashford faces race against time. Manchester United face a tricky test this weekend as they look to bounce back from their derby defeat against Manchester City with a win over Everton. However, Erik ten Hag could be without as many as 8 players due to somewhat of an injury crisis at Old Trafford. Rasmus Hojlund unfortunately suffered a muscle injury 2 weeks ago, while Harry Maguire missed the FA Cup victory against Nottingham Forest and the loss to Man City. Furthermore, the recent win over Luton Town saw Luke Shaw withdrawn before halftime and he could miss several months of action, while Lisandro Martinez also suffered a potentially season-ending injury against West Ham just 2 weeks prior. With Tyrell Malacia and Johnny Evans also out, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka a doubt, Ten Hag is limited in regards to his defensive options to face Sean Dyche's side. Furthermore, summer signing Mason Mount remains sidelined following a tricky start to life at Old Trafford, and Anthony Martial is also unavailable. Below, Football Transfers runs through the latest Man United injury update. Man United injuries. Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford came off during Man United's defeat against Man City, but his withdrawal was seemingly just a precaution as he has been pictured in training ahead of the Everton game. The England international should be fit, but he must prove he is match ready. Possible return date, March 9. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka missed the win over Aston Villa after reportedly picking up a knock in training, and after the game at Villa Park, Ten Hag admitted that he will not return to action for several weeks after suffering a setback in training. The 26-year-old missed 10 games through a hamstring injury earlier this season, but the nature of his current injury has not been disclosed. Wan-Bissaka could be back in action soon, however Ten Hag's most recent comments suggest a return may not happen for several weeks. Possible return date, March 9. Johnny Evans. Just like Rashford, Johnny Evans was also taken off during the loss to Pep Guardiola's side, and he is therefore a doubt to feature against Everton. The veteran is extremely unlikely to start and he could miss out on the matchday squad entirely. Possible return date, March 9. Harry Maguire. Maguire was absent against Nottingham Forest in midweek, although there was no update provided regarding his potential return date. However, Maguire did not return to face Man City. The England international could feature against Everton, but he looks set to miss out as things stand. Possible return date, March 9. Rasmus Hojlund. Hojlund's brace against Luton Town ensured that he has found the back of the net in each of his past 6 Premier League matches, the youngest to achieve this feat, but he has missed Man United's past 2 matches. That is due to a muscle injury that could see him ruled out for 3 weeks. If Hojlund's absence is that long, he could miss at least 4 matches, which may end Man United's Champions League hopes. Possible return date, March 16. Anthony Martial. Martial is set to leave Man United when his contract expires this summer, and the Frenchman may well have played his last game for the club if his current injury suffers any setbacks. The Frenchman underwent surgery on a groin injury last month and is expected to be back to full fitness in 10 weeks. Martial is expected to return in April, though it remains to be seen if he will play for Man United again, as any setbacks could end his chances of putting on a Red Devils shirt again. Possible return date, April. Lisandro Martinez. Man United are hoping that Martinez will return before the end of the season, but that depends on how quickly he is able to recover after sustaining a ligament knee injury against West Ham. The Argentine has proven to be rather injury-prone over the past 12 months and faces another lengthy spell on the sidelines. Ten Hag believes Martinez will return before the end of the season, with a 2-month stint on the treatment table currently expected for the World Cup winner. Possible return date, April. Luke Shaw. After Shaw was substituted at halftime against Villa, Ten Hag was quick to ensure that his withdrawal was simply a precaution for a player with history of too many injuries. During his pre-match press conference ahead of the Luton game, Ten Hag admitted Shaw was a doubt for the match. However, the England international started the match before being withdrawn in the first half. Now, he is set to miss a few months of action, with Man Utd confirming that Shaw is set for a lengthy period on the sidelines. Possible return date, unknown. Mason Mount. Mount has made just 12 Man Utd appearances since his €64.2 million summer transfer from Chelsea, and he hasn't featured since November due to a reported calf injury. The ex-England international also suffered a hamstring injury earlier this season and has been dealt with multiple setbacks in his return to fitness in recent weeks. Mount has returned to training, but he was expected to make his comeback in January, and Ten Hag has provided no information on when exactly the former Chelsea midfielder will play again. In fact, the Dutchman's most recent comment regarding Mount was that he will take some more weeks. Possible return date, unknown. Tyrell Malaysia. Just like Mount, there has been very little new information regarding Malaysia's return over the past few weeks. The Dutchman was expected to return in January, but he remains absent and may not play again until March. Ten Hag has not stated when Malaysia will return. However, the former Feyenoord defender is yet to play the season and will likely not be rushed back. Possible return date, unknown. I have a summary table. Thanks for watching video. Please subscribe to my channel.